Welcome back to Soccer Gaming and welcome back to the Jackson Jensen story legacy. In this episode, we are finally making a decision what next year is going to look like, whether we stay as offensive coordinator at Kent State, whether we get, a little promotion to head coach at Kent State, or if we go ahead and take a job as an offensive coordinator or a head coach somewhere else. So if you guys like to see that, stick around. All right, this is it. I mean, this isn't it, but let's take a look at the job offers and see kind of what's happening. Now, you might notice in the right corner, there's 45 coins, and you're like, why have you not been upgrading your coach skills? The reason being is I upgraded the offensive ones that I felt like were really important as an offense coordinator. Now I'm like, well, if I go to head coach, I'm going to need defense as well. So we're kind of waiting to see, because if I go next year into an offensive coordinator position, I'll want to keep building my offensive stuff and not really worry about the defense stuff. But if we decide to take a head coach position, we're going to need both sides of it. And I want to have a certain amount built up, so that way if we do go as a head coach, we can kind of fill in those defensive spots with those upgrades. So if we want to take a look at the coaching skill tree and see what I got here, I am a tactician. We got a lot of stuff on the offense. We got the running backs, we got the receivers, and then we got the blocking O-line. If I was going to flip to the defensive side or whatever with a head coach, better believe that there's going to be a lot of defense stuff in the tactician as well on the defensive side, like probably pass game defense, probably mess here with the secondary, linebackers, D-line. So yeah, I'd probably put 4 in the D-line, a couple in the secondary. We got to worry about that stuff too. So that being said, we'll have to see what job offers we are given. Again, as the offensive coordinator, I don't do any of the recruiting, so we're not really worrying about any of the recruiting stuff, and kind of just whatever. The early signing day, that's great. Cool. We got guys. I mean, I haven't recruited them. I have really no say in it as an offense coordinator. It's not like I'm like, hey, you got to go get this guy because he's going to fit our offense. Like the head coach does the recruiting for that. So let's jump in and see what job offers we have and where we might show up next year. Here we go. I have no idea what to expect. So we could go be the offensive coordinator at Ball State. Okay. We could be the offensive coordinator of Kennesaw State, or we could be the head coach of Marshall. Very interesting. Now, there will be other job offers. Like, if we say no to these or whatever, there's going to be other job offers. They just might not be as good. So we got to make sure that we're taking a position or a job that we feel like is going to be good fit and good for us as a coaching and as our legacy and stuff. We don't want to go to like Kennesaw State and then just get blown out of the water and then just not, you know what I mean? So we got to be careful of where we go. Just because there's only one head coaching position doesn't mean that would be the best option for us. So it looks like we lateral move, and a job upgrade. I really would like to see what Marshall has before I say yes or no to it. Now, let's take a look at the college football playoffs. Sorry, I should have done this before. This is where we're at in the college football. I showed you in the last episode, but we're going to kind of sim through these, and so these will change. So take a good look at what we got here and how we did, and then we went 11-3. I'll show you our schedule and everything and how we did to finish the season. We beat Pittsburgh. We beat FCS East. We lost to Tennessee. We lost to Penn State, which are both ranked teams. Tennessee was ranked like 6 or 7 when we played them. Penn State, obviously in the playoffs now. Eastern Michigan. We beat Ball State. We beat Bowling Green. We beat Western Michigan. We beat Ohio, Miami, Akron. Then we lost our last game to Buffalo. Won the MAC championship game in the conference championship game against Akron in that game, and then we just recently won against Louisiana to win our bowl game. Now, back to the job offers. I don't see myself being at Marshall. I don't really see myself being in Marshall as a head coach. Taking a look at these job offers, nothing really sticks out to me. I feel like these just don't really stick out to me at all. So I think what we're gonna do is skip this week. We're gonna go to next week and see what job offers are kind of offered there, because I'm not really feeling any of those. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like the head coach position at Marshall is really an upgrade. I feel like, and I'm not like expecting to be like, I'm not expecting to like get like a job from Michigan or something, but I don't think Marshall would really be the place for me to benefit from helping out as an offensive coordinator, whether it be offensive coordinator or head coach. So we're going to go to next week and see what job offers we get there. I'm assuming the Kent State head coach moves somewhere. Brian Campbell, whoever that is, took the head coach position at Marshall. But we're going to look at our second round of job offers now. See what we got here. So we could go to head coach of Fresno State. Hit up that California route. Okay. Could do Tulsa and Oklahoma. We could be the head coach at Utah State. Okay. Or we could be the head coach of Western Michigan. Now, Western Michigan was in our division last year, and they were pretty good. I don't think that they were a bad selection necessarily. So, we're given 4 head coaching positions. Now, again, we could just not do this or whatever and just go on to the next week and see what we get, which is a possibility. But I like Utah State, because Utah State had a guy a while ago that at quarterback that I really, really liked. I can't even think of his name now. I not fell in love with the team, but like just his story and everything was crazy. It was great. I loved it. So Utah State as an 82, as an 80 overall, like that's not bad. I think we could work with that. They went 4-8 last year, so it'd be a little bit of a rebuild again. I think Western Michigan's probably off the table. I think if we're gonna make a decision of Western Michigan, compare it like Western Michigan, and compare it to where we are now, I feel like our job's better now than a head coach position at Western Michigan. It's just gonna be an uphill battle. Utah State, I'm interested in. Tulsa, I don't want to mess with I just don't want to mess with trying to recruit from Texas and stuff with the teams that are just going to obliterate Texas. I feel like it's going to be really, really hard to get people in the door at Tulsa when they're surrounded by Oklahoma State. Like, you know what I mean? They're in Texas Tech, Texas A&M, like all those schools. So I think Tulsa's off the board. Veer and shoot is their offense scheme. Now, granted, they'll change based on what I decide to do. Last year, Utah State 4-8 in the Mountain West. They're an 80 overall. Fresno State, California. It's going to be hard to recruit there. 8-6, so they got to a bowl game. Assuming their head coach left. And their previous head coach, new job. So I'm assuming he left and went somewhere else. Jesse Freeman. I think we could I think we could skip this week too, and see who what it looks like next week. I want to take a look at the college football playoff real quick. I want to see who won and advanced. So Notre Dame beat NC State. Alabama got upset versus Rutgers. Now, Rutgers must be the real deal. They're 11-2. Oregon beat Kansas State. And Nebraska moves on versus Penn State. So we got some interesting matchups. Notre Dame, Texas State. I'm sure Notre Dame will move on. Rutgers, Ohio State. I've got Ohio State moving on. Oregon, Cincinnati. Oregon moving on. And then Georgia, Nebraska, Georgia moving on. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it works out. I think I think after looking at the job offers, knowing I could get more job offers next week, and the first week my job offers weren't great. This week's they're better. So next week could be even better. We could get even better job opportunities for us moving forward. And whether that be an offensive coordinator, whether that be a head coach, whatever that might be. I think that we've accomplished at Kent State what we've set out to do. We've made them a legitimate contender in the MAC. It's no longer just Toledo. Even though we played Akron for the conference championship last year, Toledo's been the football team of the MAC. We made Kent State legitimate again. And I think we've honestly accomplished what we set out to do as an offensive coordinator. We've made Kent State's offense great. Their defense is good. I think that whoever comes in could easily take it to the next level. But I think our time at Kent State is over. So now the question becomes, do we take any of these head coach positions? Do we go to next week? Do we try to see what other opportunities are given to us? I think we turned down the Western Michigan job. I think we turned down the Tulsa job. I would almost say turn down the Fresno State job because California is going to be really, really hard to recruit. So we're kind of left with like Utah State here of someone I would think would be a great job for a head coach. 80 overall. They're kind of in the Mountain West. You could kind of be the best team in the Mountain West. I guess Fresno State's in the Mountain West too. So could do that, or we could skip another week and see what job offers we get by skipping another week. So as I said, I think we've done all we can at Kent State. The coaching that we've done at Kent State has really moved us in a positive direction. I think we're a better coach. We're coaching guys that just want to play and love the game of football and not necessarily players that come to this school for money, because we don't have any of that here. And I feel like we've done a service to the university for hiring us. We've done our jobs. We've completed our jobs. We're leaving this team better than we came in with. You know, the recruiting and stuff was done by the head coach, but we're leaving Olatowski with just monumental experience. We're going to have Garcia back next year. I mean, he's going to be a stud. He's just improved so much this year. Wide receiver wise, McCray really, really grew during the year. I mean, just look how good he got last year. So I feel like we're leaving them in good hands. I don't feel like, like left guard, look at that, sophomore 77, sophomore 79, freshman 68, and a junior there 77. We're leaving this team in better hands than when we got here. And I feel like that for that we have accomplished our goals of the offensive coordinator at Kent State. So I think we move on to one of these four jobs. I've thrown out Western Michigan. I've thrown out Tulsa. I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. We are going to be the head coach of Fresno State. We're going to be a Fresno State head coach. Fresno State has been good over the years. As you can see, 2012, 2013, they're very good. 2017, 2018, very good. So it's like they have 2 years of success. Now it looks like we're going downhill, and they want those 2 years of success back. As the head coach of Fresno State, the Fresno State Bulldogs, we're going to enter a 4-year contract. Whether or not we stay for 4 years, I don't know. Our goal is to win 8 games a season. We were able to do that last year as the offensive coordinator. So Jackson Jensen is now the head coach of the Fresno State Bulldogs. So there it is. Don't know who saw it coming. I don't know if you wanted it to happen, but we are now officially the head coach of Fresno State, which means we got to start hitting that recruiting trail. We got a lot to do as we go through the next 3 weeks of transitioning over to the head coach of Fresno State. Let's go ahead and advance. We'll check on the college playoff and everything as we kind of go through here. And a lot of the Kent State stuff is going to still show up. taking a look at the coach carousel. Let's see if anybody actually, all openings. Okay. So Fresno State looks like they've lost their defense coordinator and offense coordinator. Kent State will be interesting to see who they pick up for them. Be interesting to see who they pick up there. Head coach, yeah, head coach I figured would leave. I figured he was gone. It would be cool if Kent State would have offered me the head coach position. I think if they offered me the head coach position, it would have been a lot harder to decide. But they didn't. They missed out. So, for that, we roll. We go to Fresno State and become the head coach. Hire staff. So we got to find people that are going to fit what we want. I like the 4-2-5. I would love to build a team around the 4-2-5. Offensive coordinator wise, trying to look at this. Pipeline, Michigan. We need a pipeline. I don't think Michigan helps us here. Arizona, New Mexico. So some of the recruiting, which will help. Some of the recruiting will help here. So that might be something we kind of go for. Master motivator. I like that so far. I think we go with the recruiting. I think we're going to need the help in the recruiting. I think Leo Otis will definitely help with the motivator, which is good, but also the recruiting stuff. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now. Defense coordinator. I like the 4-2-5. I think the 4-2-5 is helpful. I don't really see anything in here that would be maybe Tidewater. I don't even know what Tidewater is. New England, definitely not. Alabama, probably not. Alfonso Kirk. Okay, a lot of tactician. Okay, not bad. Not bad in that. Heavy there. I like a little bit of difference. Okay, he's huge into recruiting. Huge in the recruiting. Actually has some in tactician and some in motivator as well. One above. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 in elite recruiter. I think we honestly go this guy. I think we offer him a job. And see if we can get the ball rolling on our defense coordinator. I think he could. I think right now I really need a lot of recruiting help with getting some people out of California and to us. So hopefully that helps. Let's take a look at the college football bracket. See where we're at. I called Notre Dame. I called Ohio State. I called Oregon, and I called Georgia. So I called all those wins in there, and most of them not even close. I'm going Ohio State over Notre Dame, and I'm going to go Oregon over Georgia. I think Oregon's got what it takes to beat Georgia. Let's see what happens next week when I sim through this. Again, the Oregon is the alma mater. Oregon is the alma mater. All right, can we get there? Will we ever get there? Ohio State and Oregon. Looks like that is the final. Take a look and see if our hired staff. So we hired both of them. Great. It's kind of what we wanted. Offense coordinator, I felt like I would like better, but out of what we got to choose from, Arizona pipeline, that's probably going to be helpful. Southern California pipeline, Fresno State fits in with that. I think that's going to be helpful as well for us. So I think we got what it takes to try to make something happen here in Fresno State and hopefully bring back some happiness for the fan base in Fresno. So, Ohio State 31-29, what a game. At Oregon 28-24, what a game. So both games really, really good there. Atlanta, Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Oregon, and Ohio State. And your winner of the 2024 National Championship is going to be, drum roll please, keep drumming, Oregon. I called Oregon for the championship game, and they end up winning it versus Ohio State 24-17. Our alma mater winning themselves a championship. Super excited about that if you're an Oregon fan. Yeah, finally. Anyway, looks like we got our staff moves. We're really going to have to start moving and grooving, getting things done. I do want to see who went to one offensive coordinator. So hired. Okay, so we were looking for hired for Kent State. So their head coach is Brian Harris. Looks like wherever he was before, he went 2-10. Not great. Offense coordinator, they fill up with Ryan Jackson. They're going to bring another Jackson in here. 8-6. 8-6. I almost wonder if he came over from Fresno. I wonder if he came over for Fresno. Ryan Jackson. Ryan Jackson. Yep. He got fired as offense coordinator from Fresno. So we pretty much, well, we didn't switch jobs because I came over as the head coach. But yeah, I'm excited. I think we're going to switch to the 4-2-5. I think it's going to be a lot of learning experiences with that. I think, but honestly, I really like that. I think that's going to be great. It's funny that the defensive coordinator of Fresno alma mater is Kent State. I thought it was funny. I was like, he got fired from his alma mater. That sucks. But he didn't. Actually, let's see where he went. What was his name? He got fired from defensive coordinator of Fresno, Pete Jefferson. I wonder if he got... No, he didn't. That stinks because the defensive coordinator didn't get hired from Kent State. He must have stayed. I was just say it'd be funny if he went to Kent State to his alma mater as a defensive coordinator after being fired. But anyways, we're going to just jump into it. We're going to try to see what we can do. I'm going to wait on the coaching skills. I want to see what our team looks like before I start just being like, okay, yeah, we got to get recruiting done. So let's put some points into recruiting. Or if it's like the recruiting's okay right now, let's go ahead and make sure our defense is fine type of thing. Kind of go from there. Taking a look at these. These aren't great. These definitely aren't great. Players at risk of transferring. I'm hoping we can keep a couple of these guys. Doesn't look like any of them are like red, so we should be able to kind of keep these guys. Somewhat keep them. We'll have to see. All right, players leaving. Let's see who's leaving here. Oh my goodness. All right, so they said, ooh, new head coach. Nah, I'm good. I'm out. So this dude would be stud. Jalen Moss. This guy would be a stud. We definitely got it. We definitely got to persuade this guy. He's 100% leaving though. Yeah, he's 100% leaving. Dadgum. I mean, we're gonna try to get all these guys to stay, but I think that we're gonna lose out on some pretty big names here. So far, we haven't. Ooh, there we go. Decided to stay. Boom. Corner. There we go. Yeah. Oh no, he didn't want to stay. That's fine. It is what it is. We kept one. It is what it is. It happens. We'll rebuild. We'll rebuild. No problem rebuilding. I got that unlocked. Hey, we got some 3 stars. That's a good thing. Got some 3 stars that want to come here. So that's fantastic. I like that. I can work with 3 stars. Some draft results. Round 4. Hey, what's up? Malik Sherrod. We have 750 hours, which is much better than where we were in other places. So let's take a look at the transfer portal. See if there's something we could get in here that would be helpful. That guy would be good. I mean, really, any of these guys would be good. I'm going to jump into the recruiting. I'm going to do that, and then I'll catch you guys in a second. We get some signees out of this. We've got a 2-star. And that's it. That's rough. Yeah, this might be rough going into the first year. We'll have to see the way the roster looks, but I mean, granted, we didn't do any of the recruiting for these guys, but there's a couple people I'm really looking to get here. So this guy's one of them. I believe this is the last week of recruiting. So being so far ahead, being really the only one to do anything with it, we're going to remove the house here. And we're just going to hope that no one jumps us. This guy we need to for sure keep up our thing because we just pulled in the first place on them. He seems safe. This guy is not safe. Probably won't even sign with us. Looks like this might be it. Let's see where the dominoes fall. I've done the recruiting I think I can do. We'll see here. We get a 3-star Cam Goodley. Is that center that I thought we would get? Gilliam. Okay. Nasir Abrams, another 3-star. Is that it? Yikes. That's not good. We might be in some trouble here because that is National Signing Day. So let me take a look at everyone we signed here. I drop off any of the players that are not signed by us. That I think we got jumped there at the end. We got jumped for that guy at the end too. Not great, but not bad. So quarterbacks, looks like we signed 3 quarterbacks. Looks like we signed them. Halfbacks, we signed a 3-star in Bieria. Fullback, looks like we signed a guy in Looker. Wide receiver, we got a 2-star and a 3-star. I actually like Clyde Sneed. I think he's gonna be helpful. The route runner ability, or the route runner stuff, I think he could be very, very useful. Tight ends, we signed 2 of them, Nasir Abrams and Charlie Pelizdowski. Don't know how to pronounce his name, but we'll throw the ball to him if he's open. Sterling Walford at right tackle, Dockett at right tackle, so a couple of right tackle guys. 3-star, Goodley, a 3-star, and Wordle, a good 3-star as well. At center, if it's a tackle, red A, outside linebacker, 2-star. Yikes! No, wow. We got a lot of work to do. Fournette at free safety, Gilliam is free safety, and athlete wise, Hoke, Beria, and Nasir Adams. So not a great poll. Let me see if I can look and see where we're at. I'm sure, honestly, we're pretty close to the bottom because we did not get a lot of people in general. Okay, so we're not at the bottom. I want to see where Kent State. Oh, Kent State 128. Yeah, I mean, when I left, they were pretty much getting all 1-stars. Is what they were doing. We've got quite a few 3-stars here, which makes you feel confident. 11 3-stars, but yeah, we only signed 17, so we got a lot of work to do next year when it comes to recruiting. Which I can't be mad about it, honestly, because like I didn't recruit any of these guys really. The only guys I recruited were the ones out of the transfer portal. Which, how did we do in that? I thought we did okay. I don't even know how to look at the ones we got. Not a great showing there, but it's also not a lot of our fault because we didn't recruit all year. So now that we have a full year of recruiting, can get into players that we feel like can help us out for the future. Looks like this is my first time seeing this roster, so bear with me here. We're seeing a quarterback 83 overall, a sophomore in Mandel. Josh Wood is a junior. So I like this. This is fine with me. This seems 89 awareness, throw power is 88. So, yeah, I mean, 91, 86, 86, it's not bad. Not bad. I mean, we'll take it. 83 overall. Mikey Kane as a senior. So this is going to be his last year. So we're definitely going to have to recruit to get us where we want to be. Looks like our halfbacks are not looking so tidy right now. It's fine. I mean, we can make it work or figure out something else. So we look through there. Fullback, wide receiver. Some okay seniors. Not a lot to work with here, honestly. Bigsby. He looks like a fun guy. Avocado. Seniors and juniors. Yeah, tight ends not looking so hot. Left tackle's a junior. Left guard's a junior. Senior at center. Senior right guard's a senior. Right tackle's a senior. Freshman as a left in. Another freshman as a left in. So we're making a little bit of gains here. A sophomore 75. That's not bad if it's a tackle. 64 is an outside linebacker. 71 middle junior right side linebacker. Couple seniors on the cornerback slots. No free safeties apparently. Don't have any of those. Kicker and a punter. Is kicker a senior? Yeah, of course he is. So yeah, we got a lot of rebuilding to do. A lot of rebuilding to do here. I'm not even sure how to even unpack this because we don't even have a free safety. So there's that. Yikes. This is going to be a rebuild, I'll tell you that. Definitely going to be a rebuild. I'm going to leave everyone where they're at. I'm not really going to mess with it. Yeah, just not really worth messing with it until we know more of how the team plays and everything. So we're just gonna stay with the position changes and keep rolling on the next week. All right, let's look at training results and see where we went from. I believe it was 75, so we went up 5 overall. Let's take a look. Our quarterback went up 2, maybe. He was an 81, or was he an 83 this whole time? I think he was an 81. His speed was a 79. He's up to an 81 now on his speed. Does it tell you stat increases? It doesn't. I don't like that. I wish there was pluses next to it. Anywho, our running backs are still slow. Still very slow. But it does look like the sophomore is kind of taking over that starting role here. I don't know what he was before, but I don't know what he was before, but he kind of took over the role there, jumping up overall wise. Wide receiver, Greer did good. Get ourselves a Tim Greer. He's probably our go-to guy here. Maybe Avocado could be our go-to guy too. I like the name Bigsby. Roll with him. Seniors at tight end. I mean, they got better. Both of them got better, which is good to see. Left tackles got better. Left guards got better. Center, catcher. Center got better. Right guard got better. Right tackle got better. Yeah. All these guys really got better. Which is, you know, what you want to see. What you want to see. And a linebackers got okay, I guess. Corner. Same diff. This side corner, it's 95 speed. That's good. That's a good sign. A sophomore, red shirt. That's a really good sign. 79 overall. That means he's going to be up in mid-80s, high 80s when he's a senior. That's pretty good. I like that. Still no free safeties, though. So there's that. I mean, training was training. I mean, they did okay. They did, you know, what I expected them to do, I guess. I guess we need to figure out what we want to do for our coaching upgrades. It's almost too late, though, to get anything from the training. Is really, I mean, at this point, there's not a lot we can do with the training stuff. But, as I said, we probably should do our D-line. We're going to max out this D-line. Okay. We're going to max out our corners, our DB rating, all that stuff. We're going to max this out. Probably put a couple of... Probably do 3 here. Like so. And then, at this point, I think we touch on a little bit of recruiting. Trying to think of how we want to run this. We're going to want to do DBs probably soon. I feel like the running backs are important for our offense. The quarterbacks are too, but not as important. Offensive line, very important. Defensive line, very important. Defensive backs, very important. That's going to be where we spend a lot of time. Should have probably done that before we hopped in here. It does look like they upgraded, though, because before my top guy was 83, right? Or no? Maybe not. I don't know. I do not know. But we're going to roll with it. We're going to make Fresno State great again. It's been a couple years since they've been to the top, and we're going to take them to the top. The tippy top, baby. Recruits transfers. I doubt we're going to have any of these. I'm sure they're going to have to. Yeah, 66 of 85. We need help. Someone send help. Now I'm messing with the custom conferences. Not going to mess with them for probably ever. I don't know, maybe. I'd love to see these every week. And we are into preseason of 2025 as the head coach of the Fresno State Bulldogs. I'm excited for the opportunity. I have no idea what to expect. This could be very, very bad. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit the red subscribe button because we're going to continue this dynasty, this story of Jackson Jensen. He is now a head coach at Fresno State, started as offensive coordinator of Kent State, 11-3 season in season 1 in 2024. Now we are in season 2 in 2025. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button so that you can watch the rest of this legacy story continue. Until next time, Slacker out.